Greg, I have a question. I've had a problem with my phone. The 7 won't work. And I just need to know, are you Craig's brother? Yeah, listen, I have a problem recently with my phone. The 7's not working, and are you Craig's brother? George Savin is referencing one of my favorite prank videos that I made years and decades ago. In the 90s, back when they had public access TV, there would be these live call-in shows. And I did a lot of prank calling the live call-in shows, and I didn't record most of it, unfortunately. But I would, like, whenever I would tune into, like, public access TV and there would be a live show, I would call the number, because you could always get in, and then just do ridiculous dumb things. And one, my buddy Chris and I just called up a bunch of these shows, and we kept just asking the question, "Are you Craig's brother?" Which doesn't seem like it's funny, but when you edit together about 15 or 20 of them, and you just see everybody getting confused and going like, "What?" And then when you call in on the same show but using different voices, and then you lead up to a different question, but then you ask, "Are you Craig's brother?" That really confuses them. But here's the best part, you guys. Apparently, so I released that on my own. I edited that together and I released it on my own sketch comedy show on public access, which hundreds of people would see when I would air it in Los Angeles. Hundreds, maybe more, but I really think maybe tens at the least, maybe at the most hundreds. But one day, I'm looking through the LA Weekly, and I'm seeing what bands are playing, you know, at all these clubs on Sunset Boulevard. If you remember the Cake song, "Gold Marquees with Stupid Band Names." That's from a Cake song, but it's talking about, "I don't want to go to Sunset Strip. I don't want to feel the emptiness." But anyway, so I noticed that there was one band on Sunset Boulevard playing at the Roxy or one of these places, and the name of the band, I swear to God, the name of the band is Craig's Brother. Now, that cannot be a coincidence. It cannot be a coincidence. They must have seen the video, thought it was funny, and said, "You know what? Let's call our band Craig's Brother, at least for this gig." So if you're a member of the band Craig's Brother, I want you to know that I saw you. I saw that. And I wish that I could have gone to the show, and I could have, because if I did, then I would have gone up to them lately after the show, and I would have gone, "Excuse me, are you Craig's brother?" Because that's amazing. A band called themselves Craig's Brother, and I only saw them listed once. You know what? I'm just gonna Google that for a second. I'm gonna see if they had any sort of, let's see, Craig's Brother in quotes band. If there's any. Wait, Craig's Brother, Wikipedia. What? And hang on a second. They're active 95 to 2001, and then 2003 to present. It's on Wikipedia. Craig's Brother. Craig's Brother began in 1995 when Ted Bond, singer and guitar player for General Handiwork, joined forces with Andy Snyder, Scott Krapoff, Heath Conkle to pursue a sound that was inspired by the early Fat Wreck Chords releases, particularly Lagwagon. The story behind the name is that Scott's brother was popular in high school, and people would often refer to Scott simply as Craig's brother. That's not as good. Scott's brother was popular in high school, and people would often refer to Scott simply as Craig's brother. Well, that's not as good. It's a weird coincidence, though. That is a totally weird coincidence. But I love that they actually do have a Wikipedia page. And it tells the story. Wah, wah, says Sir Quirks. Thank you, Tom, for playing that. That's perfect. Oh, man. Joined forces. Let's see. There's a band called Ben's Brother, I think for the same reason. Really? Boo indeed, Mr. McGregor. Boo! I would have gone to the show and just went, boo! You named your band after the wrong thing! Boo! Would shake a fist at them the whole time they're playing. Boo! And they'd be like, what? We're Stairway to Heaven! Stairway to Heaven! We're Craig's brother. That's how that would go. That's the story of that.